Welcome back to Tech Talk with Craig Peterson. We are joined right now by Whirlpool. We're joined by Warwick Sterling. Did I get that right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, and we're going to talk about what they're doing now. Whirlpool has long been a leader, not just in some of the quality, but in some of the innovations that they've had. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the things coming down the pike here in the future, some of the things that they have out right now. But it's all designed to help make our lives easier. So officially here, Warwick, welcome to Tech Talk with Craig Peterson.
Thanks so much, Craig.
So let's talk about this here. You guys have been around a very long time. You have 65 different brands, I guess. Your manufacturing technology research centers around the world. Actually, not that many brands, but that many centers around the world, which is pretty busy. $19 billion in sales. Big company. Yep. But you really do look at the details when it comes to some of your products. I'm amazed to see, the dryers, for instance, for clothes that have steam in them to help get the wrinkles out, and that automatically, even if you forget to take the clothes out, keep them tumbling. There's a lot to think about here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been building appliances for over 100 years now, so we know a lot about appliances. We know a lot about how consumers use appliances. And the only reason you stay around for 100 years is if you innovate. And the only way to innovate is if you're providing solutions for consumers that they like. And so that requires us to really understand how people use appliances in the home, the kind of tasks and problems that they're trying to solve. So if it's trying to get wrinkles out of clothes, very quickly, that's where the steam assist in a dryer comes in. So refresh the shirt or some pants or something.
Now, you've got this 6 Sense Live that you've been talking about here at the show. And again, this is part of the whole idea of a smart home, connected home.
Yeah, that's right. So we've been talking about a connected home for 20 years. And the thing that I'm really excited about is that this is the first year that we're actually going to be able to bring the products to market to consumers. So in the spring of this year, we're going to have appliances for sale that are smart and connected. And I suppose the question is, what is a smart appliance? It's just a fridge. How smart can it be? The way we think about smart, it means it's connected to the internet. And if it's connected to the web, it can therefore talk to your phone, it can talk to your computer or your tablet. And once it can do that, it can do all sorts of kind of interesting things from a messaging point of view to sort of help simplify the things you do every day.
Now, I notice here that you have the Smart Assistant can activate specific appliance options even when you're not at home. You've got the Smart Stats, nudges, alerts that lets people know what's going on. So that's part of that integration with the smartphone or other devices you have with you.
Yeah, so it's not about technology for technology's sake. So, an example might be if your kids forget to close the fridge door properly, or if you forget to start the load of washing and you can then start it remotely. So it's those kinds of things that really help people kind of control and manage their appliances better.
Now, I noticed the refrigerator will even tell you when you need to change the water filter. They manage energy consumption now in order to help avoid peak rates and costs for electricity, etc. That's a big thing. Energy's gotten so expensive.
Yeah, I think energy is expensive and it's got more expensive. I mean, I think the thing people don't realize is that the industry is really innovative. We've innovated hard on the energy efficiency front. The average refrigerator now uses about the same amount of energy as a 50-watt light bulb. But where do we go from there? I mean, we're sort of reaching technological limits on how little energy the appliance can use. So the next wave is really smart grid. So understanding what electrical rates are, and then rather than reducing its consumption, moving its consumption around to those cheaper parts of the day. So the refrigerator might move its defrost cycle to sometime overnight when it's cheaper electricity. And the same is true of the dishwasher. It can move its energy and run overnight instead of running during the day when rates are high.
And that's going to be integrated more and more as time goes on. Because smart grid is already in use in a few parts of the U.S. here, but that's going to be rolled out pretty widely. And there are some serious advantages for the consumers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the way we've approached it is while smart grid is rolling out across the U.S., it's not everywhere. The way we're deploying our solution, it can actually work anywhere in the country today. So we know what rates are today. We know them 24 hours in advance. And then the appliances can manage their energy load. But they do it in an automated way, so the consumer doesn't have to do anything. And I think that's what's really important, is that the appliance takes the burden off the consumer, which is the whole purpose of the appliance. We're not trying to make the consumer do more work, we're trying to make them do less work.
So let's talk about the future. You guys are showing some brand new appliances or technology that really isn't going to hit the market until later on this year or even over the next few years.
Yeah, so in our booth here at CES, we've got a concept refrigerator that's kind of fun. It has a Bluetooth connection and you can play music on the refrigerator. So that's kind of fun if you want to come down to our booth and see that. We're also launching a full suite of smart appliances, so a washer, dryer, a refrigerator, and a dishwasher with all the capabilities we've just talked about, plus others. An interesting one is that the refrigerator, for example, will know when the power goes out and when the power comes back on. So if there's a storm and your power goes out, it'll let you know. Say you're traveling and you don't know that the power's gone out, and then it'll also tell you, whether your food's still good to eat.
No, that makes sense because it can be damaged, obviously.
Yeah.
And now you have a lot of smarts, more and more of them, more nudges that are coming into them. We talked about the energy efficiency, where you're almost peaked here, at least as far as efficiency goes. So you're doing shifting based on different rates for electricity at different times of the day. What else are you guys up to?
So the other area is sort of diagnostic. So the machines are able to look at error codes, and if they have any issues like that, the machine talks to our service center, so that if in the unlikely case that we have to bring a service technician to your house, they'll be able to kind of fix it right away rather than have to make 2 or 3 trips. So that's one example. The other example is, if you're a busy person, you don't want to keep running up and down the stairs to know when your washing load's going to be done. The appliance will actually send you a text message. So my phone's been going crazy today because we've been testing those, and so we've got a lot of text messages today from the appliances. But in general, it's just those little nudges and alerts which just kind of help make it easier to use the appliance and save you time.
Whirlpool.com is where you'll find them online, just as it sounds, WHIRL pool. Right, .com,
yeah.
Best place to go. And you can find these appliances, of course, pretty much everywhere in retail establishments.
Yeah, our appliances are available nationwide and with lots of different retailers. The smart appliance is going to be launching in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area initially, and then the nationwide rollout sometime later in the year.
Very nice. Warwick Sterling, thanks for being with us today.
Great. Thanks, Craig.
When we come back, of course, a lot more about the latest in technologies right here on Tech Talk with Craig Peterson. Stick around. We'll be right back.